This has only happened to me once. I've had a kid straight up get frustrated and hop off the bumper cars during the ride operation. So, the kid's like frustrated. I go ahead and like get on my little like mic and just try to help kindly explain it to them. And the parents are working together with me on the sides, like showing like, yo, you spin the wheel, you can do it, spin it, push that red button pedal, you can do it. The kid's like a little upset, hops off. As soon as his foot touched the electric floor, I slammed the e-stop. For some context, e-stop is the emergency stop that you can use on rides for staff members. So like, let's say there's an emergency situation that happens, you can stop the ride quickly and just kind of run dispatch and stuff to warn people like, hey, don't worry. And then you're the only one that's allowed to be on there. So, I go ahead and tell everybody, don't worry. It's like, everyone stay on the ride. I go and waddle up to the kid and tell him, hey, it's like, you doing okay? You need some help? And I'm like, I'm really nice. I go ahead and manually move their cart for them so they have a little bit more like space. They can properly like ride around. I go and help them out, make sure they know how things work. And then I kind of go ahead and just get ready to resume the ride, tell all the kids, it's like, okay, you guys all ready? And everyone's like, yeah. I start the ride again. Everything's going good. The kid does move forward. It's like they're doing better. And, I also ask, like, the parents as well before they ride. It's like, hey, are you sure the kid can, like, push the pedals and reach the pedals? So, I'm, like, trying to be as nice as possible, make sure that they don't actually waste their time. The parents were insistent, so, I couldn't argue against it. What the kid did again? They got off the ride. And again, I get it. It's the little kiddie bumpers. They're gonna get off. They're gonna be frustrated. They're gonna want their mommy. But still, I'm, like, getting a second heart attack from this. So eventually the kid was kind of like a little droopy, so I told him like, hey, I tell the parents and the kid like, hey, they did a wonderful job trying. Some of the other kids thought the ride was over. I told them like, hey, I wait for a moment for the parents and the kid to leave and tell them like, hey, it's like, you guys want to all ride? The other kids were really nice who were waiting in line and were like, it's like, don't worry, ma'am. It's like, we can let them ride and complete their ride. Which I was super grateful and nice to them because like, those kids in line were really patient and nice and understood the situation. Now, I appreciate the kids that are actually mature and like, look ahead and realize, okay, here's the best part. This wasn't exclusive to the little bumper cars. I've had a moment where I did the little plane rides, where they go up and down and just spins around lightly. I've had a kid slip out of the seatbelt and try to get off while having the plane all the way up. I'm just casually minding my own business, and then this little tramp decides to do that. You could obviously guess the reaction on what happened that moment. At that immediate moment, everything stopped. Time stopped. I immediately saw the immediate moment and immediately slammed the e-stop. For context, I slammed that thing so hard that I'm pretty sure I bruised my hand. Immediately, like, turned off the settings to cause it to slowly descend down. Both me and the father jumped over the fence immediately once they saw it. We both jumped immediately once it happened. I had a heart attack from that. I quickly, like, ran and was trying to carefully get the kid. The kid was, like, immediately looked at us and, like, went back in the seat. And, like, the parent, like, deeply apologized, took the kid off the ride. And, like, I apologized to everybody and said, hey, I'll let everybody properly complete the ride. But still, that experience fucking shook my core. It made me change my mind and opinion on people, because people are cray-cray, okay? They're insane. I don't get what's wrong with some people. They just abandon all caution to the wind and say, you know what, I'll totally do this, despite multiple times on the, the intercoms of the PAs, like, please remain seated at all times, with your head and arms inside the car. No, they're just gonna go ahead and walk on by and abandon it. Don't worry about it. They're totally not gonna get injured. Totally.